Greetings, dear friends! Today I'm thrilled to share with you my cherished recipe for a no-fuss everyday plum cake. It's part of a series where a little effort goes a long way in making you a superstar homemaker. Let's begin with an observation about the quirks of life. Just yesterday, I harvested the last 2 zucchinis from my garden, and to my surprise, today, I find 5 new ones flourishing on the same bush. Yet, when it comes to this cake, a similar phenomenon doesn't occur even though it features plums. You see, I indulged in the last slice yesterday, but when I came back this morning it was gone. No more cake. It didn't miraculously multiply. So I find myself baking it almost every other day because it's so irresistibly delicious. Imagine a cake with a cloud-like, tender dough, an abundance of juicy filling, and a fragrant, nutty, and delightfully crunchy topping. In a word, it's simply divine. Now let's embark on this culinary journey while the plum season is upon us. To get started, you'll need a baking dish measuring 18 by 28 centimeters with tall sides. Line the bottom with high-quality parchment paper. The sides of the dish should be at least 5 centimeters high, and there's no need to grease or flour them. Moving on to the dough, it's a yeast-based wonder, exquisitely delicious and enriched with egg, heavy cream, sugar, milk, and sour cream. Start by warming 85 milliliters of milk to 36 degrees Celsius, then add 65 g of sugar and 15 g of crumbled yeast. Mix until it's a smooth blend, which can be done manually with a whisk or on the lowest mixer setting. Ensure the sugar dissolves and the mixture becomes homogeneous. Next, introduce 1 egg, 30 g of melted and cooled butter, and 50 g of sour cream. Once again, mix everything until it's beautifully uniform. If you're using a mixer, switch to dough hooks now. Add 275 g of sifted flour to the bowl and commence kneading. Knead the dough on the lowest speed for about 5 minutes. The dough is neither thick nor sticky, making it a breeze to knead with the dough hooks. If you prefer, you can knead this dough by hand, using a sturdy wooden spoon or spatula, though it will take roughly 8 to 10 minutes. Voila! The dough is ready! Take a moment to admire its delicate consistency. It's wonderfully tender. Resist the urge to add more flour. This is what makes the cake exceptionally tender and fluffy. Cover the bowl with the dough with a damp cloth and place it in a warm spot for 1.5 to 2 hours, allowing it to increase in volume by 2 to 2.5 times. Now onto our risen dough. It's beautifully puffed up and ready for action. Stir it gently with a spoon and transfer it to the prepared baking dish. Use the same spoon to spread the dough evenly, ensuring a uniform thickness throughout. The dough is so delicate that a spoon can effortlessly achieve this task. Time to prepare the plums. You'll need approximately 650 g. Cut each plum in half and remove the pit. Press the prepared halves into the dough. In my opinion, the more plums, the juicier and more visually appealing the cake will be. Each plum will transform into a delectable marmalade chip after baking, a visual delight and a flavorful treat. I arrange them in 7 rows, with 4 halves in each row. Arrange the plums so that they blanket the entire surface of the dough, resembling a beautiful tile pattern. Now, let's craft a fragrant and crispy topping. For this task, a blender or a food processor with a metal blade attachment is a tremendous asset. Combine 75 g of walnuts, 50 g of sugar, 7 g of cinnamon, or, if desired, an aromatic spice blend for gingerbread, 75 g of flour, and 50 g of very cold diced heavy cream butter in the bowl. Our goal is to create a crumbly mixture. Run the blender or food processor for about 15 to 20 seconds. You'll witness the rapid transformation into the perfect crumbly texture, small walnut pieces intermingled with a sweet and fragrant butterflower crumb. Using a spoon, evenly sprinkle this delightful crumb mixture over the plums, ensuring full coverage. There will be plenty of crumbs, blanketing all the plums. That's it. Pop the baking dish into a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius and bake on the middle rack, without convection, for approximately 40 minutes or until it's done. To check for doneness, insert a wooden skewer into the cake. It should emerge dry, without any traces of raw dough. The cake's surface should sport a golden hue while remaining tender and delightfully crispy. Allow the cake to cool completely in the dish before removing the sides, slicing, and serving. This cake weighs in at 1 kilogram and 400 grams, with a height of 4.5 centimeters. It slices beautifully into strips and neat pieces for presentation. By the way, if you fancy a variation, you can use apple or pear slices, peach or apricot halves instead of plums. The result will be equally mouth-watering. So, go ahead, prepare, and savor every bite, for it's truly worth it. Thank you for joining me on this delightful cake-making adventure today. If you found this video as scrumptious as this cake looks, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more mouth-watering recipes, baking tips, and sweet surprises. Hit that subscribe button below, give it a little love, and I'll see you in the next video with another tempting treat. Until then, happy baking, and may your days be filled with sweetness.